So we're here to tell you about the Viewpost network. We hope when we're done, it changes what you expect to see when you think about business. You see, we've created a secure business-to-business network designed to connect businesses and people to information in a way that has never before been available to unlock opportunity that simply has never before existed. We do that by removing the barriers that exist when businesses send and receive invoices and payments to and from one another. We do that for the benefit of AR departments, AP departments, big companies and small. In fact, we do that for everyone. I'm Max, the founder and CEO of Viewpost. This is Eric, our senior product manager, and that's Stavros in BizDev. And we are here, in fact, to tell you about Viewpost, the network. But first, why a network? Why not a product? Well, we're all accustomed to social, and even if you haven't tweeted, posted, pinned, or tagged someone, we can all agree it's a fantastic medium for sharing information. It's simple, it's fast, it's sometimes relevant, and mostly it's always free. But in a business-to-business context, where access to information can mean the difference between success and failure, profit and loss, access to information is simply not free and not available. Given how important it is, why is that? Well, in part, it's because there are a huge number of businesses that simply will not pay to send invoices in any way electronically. In fact, they're happy to pay for paper, put paper inside of paper, attach paper to paper, and wait for a truck to pick it up and deliver it, creating great expense for their trading partners and, of course, for the environment. There are still other companies that will email pictures of paper, which immediately turn into paper and have to be manually keyed. There are thousands of hundreds of millions of businesses that are willing to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars on vendor portals so that the vendors have the privilege of leaving their environment to come to their customer's environment to see the status of their open invoices. If social worked that way, well, it wouldn't exactly be a network. And of course, we can outsource our work to somebody else. And payments, well, let's face it, we're here because they're hopelessly broken. Paper checks, payment being decoupled from remittance data, ACH and P-card enrollment campaigns, it all just creates more paper and more pain. Why? Well, in part, it's because the thousands of businesses that are dealing with these inefficiencies are treating the symptom of the disease. They are wheelchair and crutch manufacturers in the days before the advent of a cure for polio. I'm here to tell you that Viewpost is not in the wheelchair manufacturing business. We are in the cure business. And our cure is the creation of a secure and open business-to-business network that allows companies to create, send, and deliver invoices from their accounting systems to their trading partners or from the web, exactly the way they do today, at absolutely no cost. To create a level of transparency and visibility into working capital, cash flow, and status that doesn't exist. And we have created a payment capability in conjunction with our banking partners that allow funds to flow directly from one party's account into another, seamlessly, efficiently, free to receive, always with remittance data, which can be pulled directly into the accounting systems because we have built integrations to them. We lever all of that capability to allow vendors to turn invoices into an immediate source of cash, helping to address the working capital imbalance that exists among small businesses. Now, that's a lot to take in. It's maybe easier to see. So, Eric, why don't you give us a show?
Sure. Thank you, Max. We're looking at the Viewpost dashboard. The first thing you'll probably notice is this healthy cash flow graph up at the top of the page. We'll get back to how that works in just a minute. But first, I'd like to show you just how easy it is to send an invoice using Viewpost. From my dashboard, with a single click, I can create a new invoice or resume editing the last draft I was working on. With one more click, that invoice is on its way to my customer. Now let's take a look at Max's mobile device to see how the invoice is received on a mobile phone using Viewpost. You can see here a new payables inbox item has arrived. With one tap, I can see the invoice summary on my mobile device. With another, I can see the invoice line items. And with one more tap, the invoice is approved. It's that simple, from anywhere, at any time. Now let's take a look back at my laptop, and what I see is the vendor. As soon as I sent that invoice, it had a status of sent. But once Max approves it, my view updates to show that the invoice is now approved. And again, Viewpost is not just a one-to-one portal, it's a network where I can see the statuses of all my invoices across all my customers in a single place. Which means when one of my customers reschedules payment on an invoice, I'll know right away. And even better, I'll see how that rescheduled payment impacts my projected cash position. Here's that cash flow again. Notice it looks much less healthy. Thankfully, Viewpost doesn't just provide visibility. We also provide a means for vendors to avoid potential cash crunches like this. That means is Viewpost Express, our discounting engine. Again, from my dashboard, with one click, I can see the list of invoices that all of my customers are willing to pay early and the discounts that they need in order to pay early. I simply select the invoices on which I'd like to be paid and request Viewpost Express payment. Now, in some instances, that payment will need manual approval, but for large companies that have liquidity ready to deploy, the payment can be sent automatically, electronically. And as the vendor, an automatic electronic deposit is made as well. No more paper checks, no more cash application. It's that simple. And looking back at my dashboard, we can see that the cash flow graph is now healthy again. I've leveraged the visibility that Viewpost provides to acknowledge a potential cash crunch, and I've avoided that crunch using a discounting engine that Viewpost has created. And by the way, you won't need to enter anything in your accounting packages either, because we integrate with multiple accounting packages, like QuickBooks, Microsoft Dynamics Great Plains, Oracle, and SAP. Max?
Thanks, Eric. So that was a very quick, brief glimpse at some of our functionality. We certainly were here to show you that. But we're also here to announce a first-of-its-kind partnership with US Bank, who today will begin inviting their 1.2 million small business customers to enroll in the Viewpost network, to eliminate the hundreds of millions of paper checks that they send and receive a year, to be able to visualize their working capital, eliminate paper, eliminate collection phone calls, and at the end of the day, improve their ability to manage their business, creating also the opportunity for US Bank to deliver products and services into those customers in a data-informed way like has never been available before. So that is a small glimpse of what we do. We certainly couldn't share everything. Come visit us in booth 829. We're happy to answer any other questions. Thank you for your time.
Good to see you. Nice job.